quarantine dating, this whole 2020 is going to be a different. I mean, it's going on right now. Everyone is like virtual dating. I think I read somewhere it's spiked up, obviously, like 30-40%. Have you guys ever done on? Huh? That's a different type of dating.
Hey, man.
I did that this morning.
It's part of virtual dating.
Have you guys ever, before you guys got married, have you ever dated online? Have you ever used apps and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't healthy.
Have you ever met?
It's never healthy.
It's not a good thing to do.
Let's
for
share some
an
stories.
Extended period of time.
Let's share some stories. Have you ever met anyone online?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Loads.
Okay. A, was she?
Just still got a crazy.
No, I love it.
pass.
I love it. A, the app. B, was she attractive? 3, how'd it turn out? Or C, I mean.
Or C. Or 6. I don't know.
Okay. Tinder, kind of, and no, since I'm married and it's
No. But this is back in the day, right?
Yeah. You said how to turn out. I mean,
Like, was she describe? Was she crazy? Was it?
Dude, just so you go first. I gotta think about this. I mean,
I'm trying to think about it too,
because there's been a few. I mean,
okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, shout out.
I'm just saying. So I don't think there's anyone that I met from that app that was like, oh, like this is dating quality. Like
You just did it just to do it.
Yeah.
But they weren't like batshit crazy where they had like a knife on them or anything, or they pulled a knife on you.
No.
Nothing like that. Nothing out of the movies.
No.
Okay, how about you, Justo?
Yeah, nothing super fun. Most of it turns out like, hey, you get to know somebody, you hang out, you hook up, and then it either just like you just don't talk again, or you end it like, yeah, it's not really
Were
feeling
they attractive to you?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
You're not going to go on a date with someone you don't find attractive.
Sometimes you just do things because, I mean, let's be honest.
Sometimes
Sometimes
you're desperate.
Because you're lonely?
Well, because you want to kill the time, pass the time, or maybe you want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe.
What do you mean? Their pictures the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah,
Well,
there's part of that.
That
I guess
never happens.
Like, if you see someone like, I'm just being honest, like, you never see anyone that, like, she's like, she's okay, but let me meet her just to see. Maybe I'll like her more once I meet her.
I have a story that I'm
Share.
like, I feel like shouldn't say it.
Well, you should.
But it's not that bad.
Well, be
It's really
specific.
not that bad.
Yeah, we need
so
specifics.
when I was single, it was before Tinder was around, but it wasn't like Tinder. Like now Tinder's like a thing. Mm-hmm. But it was, I used OkCupid.
Oh, wow.
And I used Plenty of Fish.
Yep.
You guys
Plenty
know
of
that one?
Fish.
Yep, I
I
know
do
that one.
know Plenty of Fish.
Disgusting apps. But
Right. I heard a lot of bad things about Plenty of Fish. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
gnarly.
just like the gutter of the gutter.
it really is. But so
Dirty fish.
dirty fish.
Keep going.
So I saw someone who I felt was pretty. So I was like, hey, how you doing? Just hollering. And then they messaged back like, hey, I know you, but you don't remember me, huh? I was like, oh, I know this person who I just randomly hit up on, I forget which app it was, but it was one of the apps. And I was like, oh no, I have no idea who you are. How did I meet you? It was like, oh yeah, we used to work together. I used to work at a car wash. I was like, wow. I know you. But I was like, after they said that, I was like, I looked through her pictures. I was like, I have no idea. I don't remember her. I was like, I don't remember working with you at all. And they're like, oh yeah,
That means something right there.
I was like, I told her that. And writes back, oh yeah, because that's because I was a guy at the time. And I was like,
what?
You're lying.
I swear to God.
But you know what? That's normal here in the Bay.
I didn't know. So like at the time,
Hold on. I was a guy at the
Julian's
time.
been-
I was a
Julian-
guy at the time when we worked
At
together.
least she was being honest.
Can you
Just
say
being
names?
honest.
Can you
No,
say
I can't
names?
say names. I don't even remember their name, to be honest.
I got a story just real quick
but
after you.
like,
Oh my God.
so it was just, and like she looked pretty. She was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, at the time, she was a guy. And it was like a couple years past that point. And between that time, transitioned to a woman.
Dude, run with it.
And I was like, good,
Hit it, bro.
run
Hit
with
it.
it.
Yo, Julian, shut up.
And I was
going,
like,
Justo.
and I was, just like, hey, good for you. We had a nice chat over the app, and we just never talked or
Right,
hooked up or
right. I
anything.
mean-
but we caught up, kind of small talk.
You
over the
didn't
app.
meet up with her?
No, I
Or
didn't
him?
meet up with her.
Oh,
her?
Damn, I thought it was gonna get juicy.
No,
bro.
that was
Really?
it. It was just the surprise. I was like, oh yeah,
So no sex tape.
no sex tape. Get the fuck out of here.
So real quick.
Yeah, fuck out of here,
So
Julian.
real quick, I was looking. I was just shopping around for other apartments potentially to move into yesterday, and I'm not gonna say where I live. But anyway, I was walking down the street, and this girl was shaking her ass. I couldn't help, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. I'm a man, right? And she was, I mean, her ass cheeks were showing.
Where what are you talking about? Where was this? You were walking
This
on
is
the
just
street?
down the street, just walking down the street.
Somebody
Blocks.
was shaking their ass down the street?
Was this today?
No, this
now?
is yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Somebody was shaking their ass down the street?
Really short shorts, butt cheeks out, everything.
She's walking.
Yeah,
My
she's
bad.
She's
walking.
not shaking.
She's walking. Well, her ass cheeks were shaking.
That was
Got it.
was me. My bad.
Okay, well, I was
fucking
looking,
weak.
Justo.
Y'all are
I was looking, and then guess who turned around?
It was
your cousin.
Your landlord.
It was a guy.
Oh, okay. Just a dude.
Cool.
Just
So you were
Yeah.
checking out guys'
You're
ass.
like, oh, okay. You're a
Dude,
guy.
it's hard to tell these days.
Damn.
You can't blame
That's-
me.
So this is what's gonna happen. And when the pandemic's over, people are just gonna start fucking anything that
No,
walks.
it's bro. You would have
Dudes
looked.
are gonna be looking at dudes like, yo, I haven't seen a human in such a long time. Like,
No, guys, you can't
Are you
tell
wearing
me.
yoga pants, bro?
You guys can't tell me you haven't looked before. You haven't taken a second look, and then the person turns around, ends up being a dude.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
There, exactly.
Of course.
Thank you.
You don't know.
And
everyone has butts.
As they kept on walking, I don't know why. I looked again. I don't know why. I'm like, am I
don't
seeing
know
what I'm
why.
seeing?
You know why?
You can't tell from like the
why
backside.
was he wearing? He was wearing
So
shorts with
yeah,
his ass
wait,
cheeks
was he
out?
just dressed
Yes.
normal with short shorts?
he
or
trying to
dressed
look
as
like a girl?
a woman? Yes,
He
woman.
was dressed as a woman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like-
Well, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like, yeah,
You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
give me
you
a
think
pass,
it's-
bro.
I'll give
think
you a
it's hilarious.
pass. You didn't say. I'm like, oh, I thought you were like watching some like guy jogger with some nice ass or something.
No,
all right,
everything.
so it's a guy trying to look like a girl.
No hair on the legs, everything, man. And yeah, man.
Keeping it tight.
Yeah. Do we have time for the dating stories?
What stories?
Well, no, I was
we
just
went
gonna-
through ours now.
I don't have any great stories.
Hey, you been catfished before?
No, I've never been catfish.
You
But
feel like someone who would catfish someone else, though.
no, I don't do that.
Have you ever catfished someone?
Yeah.
I've never catfished anyone.
sure?
I have kind of similar story to you. I have matched with someone that I never found. I don't know why. Sometimes I'll just swipe right all the time because I'm bored.
Right.
And I match with someone and I didn't find her attractive. And then guess what happens?
You fell in love.
No.
She's
mutual friends end up meeting the
course.
person face to face, and it's just hella awkward.
I feel like that happens a lot, especially, everyone lives around each other.
But it's
like,
awkward.
Right.
Is it though? You could.
Yeah.
It could have not been awkward if you made it not awkward.
Yeah, I didn't make it awkward, but it's,
My current wife, we met through a mutual friend. So like it's the same kind of thing. So if you meet someone who you're both mutually friends with, it's the same thing. You just met and then you realized you both have mutual friends.
B100. What does it mean when you never match with the attractive ones that you want?
It means you need to change your standards, bro. Or are you just trying to look for hot chicks? Or are you trying to find someone who you're compatible with?
Let's just say, what do you mean, dude? You can only go by what you see first.
At first.
So let's say you're swiping right. Let's say you never match with the ones that you want. Is it because they don't like you, or is it because they have so many guys after them that they just don't see you because you're not standing out?
I think that you shouldn't be looking.
Thanks, dick.
You shouldn't be
I'm asking for a friend.
I'm telling you, as a friend.
on Tinder. You can, but it's less likely you're going to find like a compatible relationship. Most people are there to bang.
Yeah,
That's
True.
it.
And there's
So if you're
might
trying
be
to
better.
trying to find a wife, it's most likely not going to be on
What
Tinder.
are those more serious websites?
There are ones that are like for relationships.
you got to pay
Right.
for them.
Match.com,
Yeah.
eHarmony.
Yeah, Match.com I heard goes hard.
Yeah,
I heard it
those
goes
people
hard.
are trying to find
Those people find it.
Guys,
Those people find
That's
it.
what you got to do, bro.
There's an app. I'm not going to pay. No, I'm cheap. There's an app now called Quarantine Together. It's an app.
Nice. There you go.
And guess what their slogan is?
What is it?
Yeah.
Together, we flatten the curve. That's a funny hook, right?
I guess.
So
Yeah.
Cute.
I guess we kind of got off on a tangent, but so virtual dating, if that becomes the norm, what do you think? I mean, imagine you guys, single guys, you think that's a good thing, a bad thing, pros and cons? I think it's a good thing, and I'll tell you why.
For single folks, it's great because you need to meet people.
No. But let's dive even deeper. Why do you think it's great?
Because people be lonely, man. You got to find your human, and whatever you got to do, you got to do.
I think
And especially since you
agree.
can't go out and meet people face to face, you got to do something.
I think it's because you have something common to talk about. The fact that we're, sheltering in place, A, so you can break the ice there. And also B, it's an opportunity. If you get that opportunity, it's an opportunity to get to know the person a little bit more than just face value. Does that make sense?
It's like that show that we watched, that
Love
we
is
talked about.
Blind.
Love is Blind. It's like Love is Blind.
his favorite show, but kind of.
Hell no.
It's a little bit because you're getting, like you said, you're getting to know the person before meeting up or like or having sex right away. You're just talking. For a
Case
long
in
time.
point, opening line, right? If you're a girl, I'd be like, I would message you, be like, yo, so how you handling this shelter in place? You good?
Man, you know how many guys are hitting up girls saying the exact
Okay,
same thing?
fine,
Hey, how's
fine,
your quarantine going?
Seriously.
Hey, this whole thing's crazy, right?
Right?
Well-
It's like the equivalent of Netflix and chill now. Like, you want Netflix and chill? Dude, I'm not about to.
That's funny.
Something
That
more-
might have worked 5 years ago. Not now.
You got to say something either genuine or more clever.
It's gonna
than
be the
that.
same, dude. It's just, dude. That app sounds like no different than Tinder. It's just like they're catering it to because of the pandemic.
Better. All I'm saying is yes, maybe on the creative side, it's better doing that than having to go to like a bar and buying someone a drink. Number one, it's cheaper, right? Cheaper, and also you get what I'm saying.
You should be able to buy virtual drinks for somebody and send them over. You should, if you
could.
meet on the app, you can Postmate that person a drink. That's a
I really
baller.
don't
you
know
go.
how
That's it.
successful
That's a good
virtual.
idea.
I've heard a lot of good stories. People that are married. That have.
It's definitely
met
possible
that.
for people to meet over the internet. I have a friend of mine.
now so more than ever.
Friends of mine got married and they met over. They met through Pokemon Go. Remember that game, the
What?
Pokemon game?
I know the game.
That's pretty dope.
They met through that and now they're married. So like you
That's
never know.
cool. You know what? It's not like still not the same because like it was almost like because they met. I'm sure they were looking for a Pokemon.
Yeah, they met in person.
That's dope.
But, yeah.
that's dope, and that's like authentic. But like I feel like it's forced when you're doing like virtually. Like, hey, I'm looking for this guy with this kind of job, this kind of salary, this kind of height. It's a little forced to me, but
Is it forced
Teach his
or it
own.
qualifies more? This is not even during quarantine, just in general, bro. Like when you go out in the crowd,
that's why
you don't know what the person's about. But like when you're doing like, when you're doing like dating apps and stuff like that, you at least have an idea what the person wants. Like if this girl says, I don't mess with short dudes, I don't mess with blah, 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 then and vice versa.
right.
It kind of cuts it through.
I don't know, man.
You see what I'm saying?
This conversation go on for hours, and it's like obviously opinionated conversation.
When it comes down to it, and when you're trying to date, it really just comes to timing and just putting yourself out there, being honest, and it doesn't matter how or what avenue you're doing it, either in person or on the internet. If you're being honest and being who yourself, someone else will find you attractive for whatever you
I think
got
we're going to
on.
see an increase in marriages because
After
of
this whole thing?
Virtual
I
marriages.
think so.
I think everyone's
Virtual.
gonna that, and the fact that a lot of people had to postpone their already planned weddings.
But I'm talking about as an effect of people dating. You know what I mean? Quarantine dating, virtual dating.
because people will be dating through this whole thing.
Dude, you know what?
Virtually.
I was thinking about that movie, The Demolition Man,
I never. Which
You
one?
and
with
movies.
Sylvester Stallone,
Oh, that. Yeah.
and like,
Demolition Man?
and damn, what's the girl's
Wait,
name?
is that the one?
Sylvester Stallone, and who's the girl that was in that movie called like Earth or Space? She's in the movie Speed. She's America's sweetheart.
Sandra Bullock.
Thank you
Sandra
you so much. You get a star because I know you have.
She's from Virginia,
memory.
that's why.
Oh, he gets a golden star.
That's all I know.
He's a
That's
special
all I know.
student today. Sandra Bullock.
Look how proud he is.
She's a hottie, by the way. She's hot.
Yeah. So Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone, Demolition Man.
Wait, is
like-
that the one where it's in the future?
Yes.
and they
Future
have
is
like
post-apocalyptic.
they have like sex through their brain.
Post-apocalyptic. Yeah, they have sex through these like
Through
things.
the
like,
goggle,
they put these
the
things
helmet?
on. They're like, we're gonna have sex. So all right, he's like taking off clothes. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Put this helmet on. He's like, what
great.
the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's what we're heading to.
Hey, you're like
the spokesperson of that. You're like, yo,
Thanks.
I think virtual dating is
Thanks.
great. You're gonna be the guy.
No,
who's
no,
gonna
no,
start
no.
The helmet. I think virtual sex is gonna be better. It's safer. It's quieter.
Never said that.
That's great.
No, I want the
Yep.
real thing. I want the. Let's get it straight. I want
you
the
need
real
to
thing.
watch the movie.
I
It's
think people
practically the real
deserve
thing.
the real dating too, not virtual.
But you don't have that choice. I'm saying I think virtual dating is a better chance to get to know someone beyond all the bullshit,
I think
behind
it's so
all the
easy
surface.
to be fake on virtual. Personally,
Oh,
It's all fake, bro. What do you have a better chance of?
what do you mean?
What do you
it's
have a
all
better
fake?
chance
If
of?
you're in front of people, like you can tell their vibes. Like, oh man, like this guy, he's got X
Not
amount
really.
of salary, but he looks fucking weird.
Hey, bro, I'm going to leave it this. I have a friend, not going to name names, that met his wife in person, right?
Okay.
Fast forward 3 years later, she fucking cheated on him 10 million times. And basically,
Oh, 10 million.
a lot.
Jesus.
They met in
So
person.
many.
So what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is like you have a better chance online. I'm saying through
the fact that they
virtually.
met online has nothing to do with the fact that she cheated,
No, they met in person.
or either
Either way,
It doesn't matter how they
matter.
met. Either way,
Could have been the same scenario.
It doesn't matter. But I'm
Hey,
saying
if we
if
met on
someone's
virtual,
cheating, they're cheating.
I would have known that she was a sneak.
you have a better chance to have a deeper conversation virtually, online, whatever, than in person. Want to know why? Because again, common ground. And if you can get past the surface BS, which you have a better chance of, you can actually have a real conversation. That's all.
Ah, man.
Okay.
I think if anything, it should be over the phone. There should be a virtual like phone. Thing.
Now you're talking about Love is Blind.
Did you say phone?
Man, screw this.
Who uses the phone?
I just think phone is like better than texting.
No one does that though. Might as well just do it virtually, bro.
So you mean like virtual, like FaceTime?
Yes. Well, FaceTime or you can use like House Party, just anything like that. Any of the apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Then obviously.
Or
FaceTime.
quarantine together.